in trances, going off to different places, different planets.
Hi guys, it's Emily from Aussie Free Girl here, back with another day in the life video for you. We're going to do a lot of food prep today. We're going to do a nice big roast meal, and I'm going to be prepping some veggies for the freezer. So I've got all of these broccoli that I'm chopping up right now. I'm going to quickly blanch them. To blanch is to pop into a boiling water and basically cook the outside real quick. It's usually like 1 to 2, 3 minutes, just enough for the outside to be cooked and go green like that. Remove it out and pop it into a cool bath usually to stop the cooking process, and then you freeze it. And then this is how you get really nice frozen veggies and fruit like you get at the shops. They're all pre-blanched. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I ended up using the water to boil some veggies for dinner that night, so nothing goes to waste. I got these broccoli in my last grocery haul you would have seen for 99 cents a kilo, so I think I grabbed about 4 kilos, and this is the plan, to blanch it and have some beautiful fresh broccoli later on in the year when I can't get them for 99 cents a kilo, because who can get broccoli for 99 cents a kilo regularly? So I froze these overnight, as you can see, separately on a silicone mat so that they didn't stick together, and they are rock solid and beautiful. I've written on a bag the date, what it is, and how much I got it for a kilo, because you guys will like to know that when I pull them out of the freezer. I can tell you exactly how much I paid. I'm popping them into the Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to press as much air out as I can. Although these are pre-frozen, this won't be a problem for freezer burn. And then these go directly into the freezer. Alright, so we're going to do a roast chicken dinner tonight, like a big Sunday roast. It's Tuesday, but we live in life. Basically, because I have all of the things, I have carrots you would have seen in my last grocery haul. If you know, I have a bazillion sweet potatoes at the moment. We have the chat potatoes I got for $2 for a 2 kilo bag a couple grocery hauls ago. The cheap onions and chicken from the food parcel. So the reason I'm a big fan of Sunday dinners is, and why it was a thing, is because when you're struggling, you make this big meal, you then can, with all of these sides, you fill up, you have a great meal with your family, and then you make leftovers, intentional leftovers. So the bones from this will become stock. You've seen me do that a million times. I'll also make the gravy from this. I'm doing carrots over here, which are going to be honey carrots, and hopefully I'll have some leftovers of those, and the kids can have those in lunch boxes, or I can have leftovers as a side for tomorrow. If I have some leftover chicken, that can be something else. Leftover roast veg can be turned into things like bubble and squeak, or thinking about pre-prepping extra onion and carrot and sweet potato and making a pasta. I've done a roast vegetable pasta dish on here before, so I might do that. Actually, that's probably what I'm going to do, because I have that dinted can of lentils and that dinted can of diced tomatoes with some roast veggies to thicken the thicken the sauce up, add some pasta. There's a nice filling, healthy meal for my family with leftovers. So it's about intentional leftovers. So that's what we're doing. So I am going to get all of these veggies prepped. It's about 12 o'clock. This won't go on until probably 2:33. I got to double check when hubby's getting off work. And then this will all cook. But if I have this all prepped, this can be marinating. That's mostly defrosted. I've just got it sitting on the counter while I chop veggies to complete defrosting. Then I'm going to stick it in this and season it and pop it back in the fridge so that it is ready in time for me to put on. It's still a little frozen at the bottom, so we're just sitting it out like this for a little bit, probably the half an hour it takes me to do this. I just added some salt and pepper and a little spray of oil on these, nothing fancy tonight. Then I did the carrots with a bit of honey, and I had all these prepped and ready to go, and then when it was time I threw it all into the oven. I also prepped some broccoli and cauliflower. Now I don't use my slow cooker often because hubby doesn't like casseroles or stews or soups. Basically wet meat. He doesn't like that. So if I'm making something in the slow cooker, he's not going to eat it. Maybe with the exception of some pulled pork, something like that. But I have these dinted cans that I got on clearance. They'll be fine. They're just not any good for long-term storage, and that's why I bought them, so that I could use them, get them cheaper. And I was going to use them this week. So I'm going to throw these in. I've also got some TVP. I'll go through and find a whole bunch of veggies and stuff that I need to use up or want to use up to bulk this out. I'm going to sit this on. I may throw some meat in there. I don't know. But this will make a great bolognese pasta sauce. And I can just sit this on here to do its thing for the next several hours, and we can have that tomorrow night. Or I can bag that up, box it up, and put that in the freezer for future meals. So I've got onion, salt, pepper, and some green onions chopped up in there with a little bit of oil, just a little bit. I'm also going to add in this onion powder because it's all dried and unusable. This little bit of garlic granules because there's not really much there for anything. I'm going to also go through the fridge and see if I have any heads of garlic hidden in there. I have my carrot all diced up. I'm going to jump in there, and we're working on it. All right, so I also found a beef stock cube. I threw the lentils and the diced tomatoes in. I decided to use this mince because it wasn't packaged properly in the freezer, and it was going to get freezer burned, so I've thrown that in there. I dumped the lentils in with the liquid. It's just salt and water. So that'll be the extra moisture in here. And now I got to go and do school run. So I'm just going to leave this sit and cook. When I come back, if I want to add more, I'll add more. Alright, back on tonight's dinner. We're going to make a cornbread. I've been wanting to try this for ages. It was just milk, eggs, and butter in some flour and cornmeal or polenta I was using. And I whipped that up, and it took 15-20 minutes in the oven. And it was beautiful. I think we're going to add that into the rotation. It's gluten-free. It was great with the gravy or with butter, and it was just another filling element to the meal. I actually ended up feeding 7 people this night, as hubby brought home a work friend and my big kid brought home one of his friends, so we ended up feeding 7 with this. So here is the last few plates. Some of the kids have already come and got theirs. I was just dealing out gravy still. And this is the few little bits I had left over from that, and then the kids came and demolished those for seconds as well. You can see that chicken is gone. Here is an adult plate, and we ended up doing 3 adults, 2 big kids, and 2 small kids. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Drop below and tell me your guess on the new kitchen gadget I'm getting.